श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयम् नमामि भगवत्पादम् शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम् शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यम् केशवं बादरायणम् सूत्रभाष्यकृतो वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः वासुदेवेन्द्र योगीन्द्रम् नत्वा ज्ञानप्रदं गुरुम् मोक्षोणां हितार्थाय तत्त्वबोधो विधीयते। अवस्थात्रयं किम् जाग्रत् स्वप्न सुषुप्ति अवस्थाः श्रोत्रादि ज्ञानेन्द्रिय जाग्रत अवस्था का श्रोत्रादि ज्ञानेन्द्रियाणि शब्दादि विषयैः च ज्ञायते इति यत् सा जागृत अवस्था स्थूल शरीर अभिमानी आत्मा विश्वः इति उच्यते। स्वप्नावस्था का इति चेत् जागृत अवस्थायां यद्दृष्टं यच्छ्रुतं तज्जनित वासनया निद्रा समये यः प्रपञ्चः प्रतीयते सा स्वप्नावस्था सूक्ष्म शरीर अभिमानी आत्मा तैजसः इति उच्यते। अतः सुषुप्ति अवस्था का अहं किम् अपि न जानामि सुखेन मया निद्रा अनुभूयते इति सुषुप्ति अवस्था कारण शरीर अभिमानी आत्मा प्राज्ञः इति उच्यते। In Tattva Vivekah Kaha, when the main question was asked, at that time teacher has replied, Atma Satyaha Tad Anyat Mithya. Only Atma is the truth. Other than this, everything is Mithya. The student has asked, what is that Atma? Then it was the reply, Sthula Sukshma Karana Sharirat Vyatiriktaha Atma. First, Panchakosha Atitaha Api Atma. And third one is Avasthatraya Sakshi Atma. Yahatishtati Sa Atma. So now we have finished Sthula Sukshma Karana Sharirat Vyatiriktaha Atma. That topic is over. Now we are entering in Avasthatraya Sakshi is Atma. So now we are seeing this. That we have chanted now. Avastha Trayakim Jagrat Swapna Sushupti Avastha. Among this, what is the Jagrat Avastha? That question was asked and replied was Gnanendriyani Shrotradi Gnanendriyani Shabdadi Vishayehi Cha Gnayate Iti Sa Jagrat Avastha. In Sthula Sharira Abhimani Atma Vishwa Uchyate. So I have written, in waking state means in Jagrat Avastha, what are the position of our all Gnanendriya, Karmendriya? So I have written, when in which Avastha Atma identify, Atma means all pervading Atma, that Atma identify oneself with gross body and does different type of activity with gross world. Sharira api sthulaha, even Jagat api sthulaha. What we are doing, it is called waking state. So the definition of waking state, when body is also gross, at the same time, Jagat is also gross. What we are doing is that activity in which state it can be possible. It is called Jagrat Avastha. And again, I have written, in this Jagrat Avastha, we encounter objects through sense organ are called also waking state. So this is object means Vishaya. This Thula Vishaya, we are come in contact through our sense organs means Gnanendriyani are also called waking state. And when we contact with sense organ, then different type of activity is also possible through Karmendriyani. Even this activity of Karmendriyani possible in which state is also called Jagrat Avastha. So three things. In Jagrat Avastha, both are gross body, gross word. Second thing, in Jagrat Avastha, sense organ are come in contact with Gnanendriya. These are also called Jagrat Avastha. And third condition is, in Jagrat Avastha, Karmendriya also active, are called Jagrat Avastha. And just I have written here what it is given here. Shrotradi gnanendriyani shabdadi vishahi gnayate. Shabdadi vishayehi gnayate. All sense objects are known through gnanendriya, are called waking states. So I have just written, when our sense organ, ear, shrotram, come in contact with Shabda, then we say, oh, I'm listening. Then that Atma is called Shrota. They consider I am a Shrota. Same way, if we touch something, there are some object we touch, sparsha, different type of organ, we are called sparshta. If through our eye,
दरवाजा खोलो तो आंटी ने देख के खोलना, इसमें छेद में से देख के।
is Gujarati people. Different thing comes to know. Everything is not. So Chakshuhu, when our eyes see the forms, we call ourselves as a drashta. And we can have different of types of gnana through our own sense organs. We call ourselves as a gnata. So all Shrota, Gnata, Spashta, Drashta, there are many, is possible only in waking state. So what happened when we see something? Suppose we have seen something, then we would like to pick it up. Suppose we have seen the flower, and in waking state, then we would like to pick it up. Then we use our karmendriyani. So at that time, we become karta also. So in waking state, we are identify, or we can call ourselves as a karta or as a bhokta. Karta means doer and bhokta means experiencer. This is FCNC. So both we can do different type of activity, and at the same time we can experience different type of experience, like sukha dukha, mana, all our experience are called bhokta. But can we say Atma is a karta or Atma is a bhokta? Atma means I am. Is I am karta or I am bhokta? So it is not like that. So I have given here example. Suppose there is a vessel, a beaker. Suppose is a beaker is full of water and we have kept under the sun. If we can see the reflection of sun inside the vessel, if this water is clean, then reflection will be clean. If this water is dirty, then reflection would be not that much clean. And even if it's not beaker, it's some big vessel, and water is just moving, even that reflection also moves. Same way, in our mind, it is a reflection of consciousness. When we say we are karta, so we identify, actually we not, but I am is always, what is the job of I am? It make live to this mind, and mind, it make live. It makes, this I am makes live this mind, and mind is to behave as a Atma. This mind is to behave as a Atma. So if some negative thoughts come, then we become dull and we think, I am become dull. I am means I am Atma is the dull. If sometimes good thought process started, we say, oh, I am very happy. But actually, even bad, good, whatever are happening in our mind, Atma is not affected. Whatever. So in dream,
Swaminiji, your mic is off.
thank you, Testananji. Now can you hear me?
Yes,
Okay,
yes, my.
thank you. Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah, they are writing verses. No sound. What I have said when mic was off at that time, our sthula sharir, sthula word means gross word, gross body, subtle body, and even current causal body, all are active in waking state. So the Atma, which related with all three Sharira, name is given, is called Vishwaha. That Atma name is Vishwaha. And meaning of Vishwaha means all. Sarva. Sarvasmay Nama. Same way Vishwasmay Nama. The meaning of Vishwa means all. Because it is connected with all three bodies. That's why Sthula Sharira Abhimani Atma Vishwa. Because it's connected with all three. And in Mandukya Upanishad, same Atma name is given Sthula book. Sthula means one who can enjoy gross object is called Sthula book. Name is different, but Sthula book means Stulan Vishayan Bhute. It's called Sthula book. Yeah, it is written Stulan Vishayan Bhute. It is Sthula book. Again, we have to remember, even we say, in the presence of Atma, there is all three bodies are live, but still Atma is Sakshi, because Avasthatraya Sakshi. So this Atma, this consciousness is a Sakshi, is a witness of all. Let me take first Jagrata Avastha. So how in Jagrat Avastha consciousness can be witnessed? How can we prove? So I just told you, whatever which is not change is our real nature. And which keep on changing is called anatma, which cannot be our real sharira. So in waking state, we say, I am runner. In waking state, we say, I am walker. I used to walk. I am a cook. So all these different type of, even I am a knower, different type of activity we can do. Every time we say, I am a runner, I am a walker, this activity keep on changing. But who is the witness of all this activity? This I am never change, which is never undergo any type of changes, is called Swarupa. So this Atma is a Sakshi in waking state. Even I used to tell, because of only Atma, suppose this is the mind, is like an inert. This mind is an inert. Even all emotions are inert only. In 13th chapter, Kshetragna chapter, everything, Ichha, Desha, Rag, all are considered the Kshetra, is an inert only. What happened? This Chaitanya Tattva, this consciousness, make this mind, which is inert, is live. When mind is live, emotion as though are live, and they keep on passing through mind. So what is the job of this consciousness? It just live a whole subtle body and make it like there is no other job of consciousness. But because of ignorance, we as a consciousness identify with this body, and new entity comes, and when it says, I am the mind, this is called Ajnana. Otherwise, if we, being Chaitanya Tattva, we can be witness of all our emotions. And how can we become witness of our emotions? So I can give, and we can move forward afterward. In Druk Drishya Vivek, somebody studied, no? Druk Drishya Vivek. There is a one line is there. Drashta Drishyam na bhavati. Very powerful statement if we understand properly. Drashta is called seer. Drishyam is called seen. Na bhavati cannot become. Seer cannot become seen. So when I say again, this is pot. So pot is a drishyam. We are seer. We never claim, yo, now I became a pot. So external object, we are seer of the all external object, and we know perfectly that these all are drishyam. We cannot be this all object. But confusion starts from where? So at body level. So if we can see our body in mirror, even we can see our body with this naked eye through it. So body is also considered as a seen only, is a drashya. If we can able to see, then is a drashya, and we are drashta. Drashta, drishyam na bhavati. So whatever modification, whatever changes, pain of this physical body cannot belongs to drashta, because drashta is not equal to drashya. Same way, in meditation, we say to our mind, I will observe, I will visualize nature. We say in meditation, I visualize the nature, I visualize ocean, I visualize mountains, many things. When we can visualize and we know I'm visualizing this, means we are visualizing We are the drashta, and what we visualizing is drashya, even subtle, but it is drashya only. And if they are drashya, we cannot be like that. So even in subtle mind also, whatever we are visualizing are called drashya, drashta, drishyam na bhavati. Same way, sometimes we ask, how are you? The person says, you know, today I am not in mood. Means you know your mood is not okay. And mood always belongs to mind, emotions. We can see our emotion and we can say this is mood is not good. So we are the seer of our emotions. Emotions, we cannot become emotions. Same way drashta, drishyam na bhavati, in subtle way. So all the way starts from grossest sun up to our thought process, everything is drishyam only. But we make confusion, we became confused at the body level and at the mind level. Even all thought patterns consider as the drishyam only. And if it is drishyam, we should not affect by our own thoughts. But what happens, I always used to say, what happens in the thought? Suppose one thought comes of some anger. This thought, this is a vichara, vritti, in Sanskritam is called vritti, in English says a thought. The thought passed from our mind and it is we have some anger for someone else. Immediately this drashta jump in this vritti and it becomes one. In drashta and drashya become one, then new entity comes and it's called, now I am not drashta, but I am very angry all of you. Same way, dukkha, thoughts of dukkha pass and again we jump inside, a new entity comes. We say, oh, nowadays I am very dukhi. So this dukhi, sukhi, all entity comes when this drashta, one become drashya. We should know drashta, drishyam na bhavati. I always used to say there is a one Hari Maharaj and he becomes after Ramakrishna Paramahansa Disha, I don't know, but his previous name was Hari Maharaj. Huh? Turyananji, yeah. What Turyananji? So Swami Vivekananda has appointed Turyananji in America, somewhere in ashram. He says you have to live there only and you have to teach student of all America. So he has established one ashram, some Advaita ashram in US, and there are many students used to live there. So one day Turyananji was sitting under the tree, nobody was there, and he starts laughing. Just start laughing. So one of his students, she was observing Swamiji, and she came near to Swamiji and she asked Swamiji, why are you laughing? Nobody is there. Why are you laughing? And Swamiji says, I'm just observing my thoughts. And having seen my thoughts, I laugh for myself. Still, thoughts are playing a trick with me. They would like to make me dukhi, sukhi. That's why I'm laughing. So Turyananji, we can say, is a drashta in all thought process. He is seeing. That's why so he is a witness of all thought process. Jagrat avasthaya, we are sakshi. Whatever, it's subtle level, even in gross level, we are a drashta, we are not drashya. But only this mistake become in, and we always say, I am a doer, I am a seer, even I am dukhi, sukhi, all entity, only because of identifies ourselves with Sthula Sukshma Sharira. So Sthula Sharira Abhimani Atma Vishwaha. And why Vishwaha? That's why I say this consciousness come in contact with Sthula, Sukshma, and Karan Sharira in waking state. That's why his name was Vishwa, which can connect with all three Sharira. That's why Vishwa. And I am just quoted one line mantra of Kaivalya Upanishad. In Kaivalya Upanishad, it says, Saha eva maya parimohita atma. This consciousness, which is overwhelmed by Maya, this Atma, Shariram Asthaya Karoti Sarvam, having kept oneself in the gross body and does everything. Karoti Sarvam. And what this consciousness does, he says, Annapana Adi Vichitra Bhogehi. We can eat, we can drink, we can do whatever we like. Vichitra Bhoge, different type of bhoga, we come across, and Saha Eva Jagrataha Paritrupti Meti. And they consider, now I am satisfied. I have eaten enough rasgulla, I am satisfied. Something I have eaten, this much laddu, Paritrupti. Paritrupti will also temporary, again some new thought comes, but for time being, Paritruptameti. This is called Jagrat Avastha. Now, what is called Sapna Avastha? So it says, Sapna Avastha Ka iti chet. Keti is not K, but Ka. You must be knowing the bonus and you. Now they all are very smart. So Keti means Ka plus Eti. What is that Sapna Avastha? Then Guruji has replied, Jagrat Avasthayam, in the waking state, Yad Drushtam, whatever we have seen, Yad Shrutam, what we have heard, Tat Janita Vasanaya, these all create impressions, sanskara in Sanskritam, and a Vasanaya, they all are stored in our mind. And at the time of sleep, Nidra Samaye, at the time of sleep, Yaha Prapanchaha. This Prapanchaha means this word, different word, Pratiyate, appear, is called Sapna Avastha. Pratiyate means appear. Prapanchaha means word. In Sapna Avastha, there is a different word. It is called Sapna Avastha. In here, we can complete this. Sukshma Sharira Abhimani Atma Tejasaha Iti Uchite. The name of who identify consciousness with subtle body, that consciousness is given the name Tejasa. But why Tejasa, we will see later. So I have just given Jagrat Avasthaya, in waking state, Gnanendriyani bihi, with the help of our all five sense organs, Yat Drushtam, Yat Shrutam, Yat Sparsham, Yat Granam, Yat Khaditam, Yat Pitam. Anubhuyate, what we have experienced during in our waking state, everything is Manasi Sthitam. Everything is stored in our mind. And Nidra Samaya, at the time of sleep, Tat Janita Vasanaya, from that, this all different type of impression, something is newborn. And this, that word, Pratiyate, it is called Prapancha, means Sapnavastha. So it is not only what we have stored, how it takes place, you know. Suppose there is a child means it up to age to 3 to 5. If father asks to someone, you bring cow for me with stick, and a person brings cow with stick, then this child, without asking anything, he will understand. This is called cow, this is called stick. In all the time, when child is very young, we used to do many transactions. We are using words. These all words meaning are stored in child's mind. This is called sanskara. Impressions in sanskara, impression. And while waking, we have many desires to feel fulfilled. Suppose we would like to eat something, we cannot able to eat, we would like to go somewhere. Somewhere say, I would like to go Switzerland, we cannot able to go. Somebody says, I would like to Antarctica. So there are many desires which are not fulfilled in this Jagrat Avastha, but still desire, everything is stored in our mind. In this storage impression, at the time of sleep, it creates something new. So Pujya Swamiji used to say, somebody says, I have seen a red elephant who is doing Bharatnatyam in my dream. So how can it possible? I have never seen any elephant is doing Bharatnatyam in waking state. So how can it possible? Because you say whatever we see gets true. Then I can say we have seen elephant in waking state. Yes, we have seen red colors. Many ladies or many ladies have wear colors dress or sari. We have seen. We say yes, and we have seen Bharatnatyam also. Live also, in television also, everything is stored. A new entity comes, that elephant, which is color red, and it's dancing. So it is not whatever saying, it's just something new comes, it calls Sapna Avastha. So even it is in Sapna, it is not only this word, means in this birth, there are, because this is our mind, we always carry from many past lives. So there are many sanskara are stored of our past also. Sometimes say this is deja vu. Just say this deja vu experience. It's also from this mind. Deja vu is in Jagrat, but still deja vu possible because of this one. So this is our called Swapnavastha. And somebody says, even we have some in future, we have some dream for future. So how can it possible? Some past experience can be have impression, sanskara, even past lives have impression. But for future, which we have never seen, how can it comes in our dream? This is also true because whenever we in waking states, we would like to do something in future. If some boy says, I would like to become a doctor, this impression is stored. Then he himself is in dream and become a doctor. This is also possible. So what we keep on thinking, everything is stored. It comes in our dream hours. So this is one story, not story only. So this is one watchman. And one was a businessman. So businessman has to go and he has a flight at 5 o'clock early morning. So he asked watchman, can you please wake me up at 3 o'clock because before 1.5 hours, this is arrival, reaching time, reporting time. So watchman said, okay, I will wake you up. So watchman went to businessman at 3 a.m. and he told businessman, okay, I just plead to front of you, please don't travel today. Then businessman said, why? So he says, I have dreamt that today your flight will be crashed and all people will die. It is better you should not go. The businessman said, okay, I won't go. He won't go. He didn't go. And really, flight has crashed, every people has died. Then watchman was thinking, now this businessman award me, give some amount. So he called watchman. He has given some rupees and he says, please don't come from tomorrow. Then watchman said, why? You are asking me, I have saved your life, but he says you have seen dream. When can the dream possible? When you go to sleep. So you are a watchman, you have to be keep always waking state in as the night time, and if you want to sleep, this is not good. So sometimes even we tell something future, no, this plane will be crashed, but it is not good for this poor watchman. So whatever we see, everything is stored and it is create new word. Is called prapanchaha, and that is called Swapna Avastha. In Swapna Avastha, we have to remember we are not Karta, we are only Bhokta. So in Swapne, this is also from Kaivalya Upanishad. So what we are doing in Swapna is the Kaivalya Upanishad. It is given Saha Eva Jivaha, that Jivatma is Sukha Dukkha Bhokta. He is the enjoyer of one's own happiness and pain, and Swamayaya, with own Chaitanya Tattva, Kalpita Jiva Loke. He created whole world, but everything is Kalpita. It is not true. Jiva Loke. This is called Swapnavastha. And I have written here in Swapna Avastha, only Karan Sharira because of ignorance would be there. And in Sukshma and Swapna Avastha, mind is awake. Gross body, Sthula Sharira, when is in sleep. So only two, Karan Sharira and Sukshma Sharira available. So that's why it's written, Sukshma Sharira Abhimani Atma Tejasaha. What is the name of Atma? We see different type of dreams. Tejasaha. So why this Tejas name has been given? Tejas means brilliance, Prakasha, light. In dream, we created out of our mind consciousness full Jagat. So this mind, because of its brilliance, this dream world is created. So that Atma is called Tejasa. So out of consciousness, brilliance, mind created whole world inside the dream is called Tejasa. And whatever we are experiencing in dream, everything is subtle, nothing is gross. So in waking state, everything is gross. While in what we call dream, is everything is subtle. If what we are enjoying would be gross, then our brain would be, torn apart. Nothing will stay. That's why dream is everything subtle. That's why we cannot able to do anything through our karmendriyani. That's why we are not karta. We are not karta in our dream. Same way, animals other than human being, all animals are akarta. If you know, I don't know, but all animals are akarta. They do their own activity, but karta means if we does any activity, then we incur punya papa. It's called karta. Karta means identify oneself with gross subtle body, then we perform action, and because of action, we can incur our punya papa. This is called karta. Because of ignorance, identify oneself with gross body and subtle body, and we perform different type of action. Only that person is called karta. And one who consider oneself a karta, that person only incur punya papa. That's why these other yonis, like all birds, animal, all yonis, they are never akarta. They all are akarta, they are not karta. Why? Because they are called programmed animal. When we were very young, at that time, this helicopter with key. We had to give the key and then helicopter said, tak, tak, tak. Now all batteries available, but at that time key. Same way, these all animals are given as a key like Ishvara. They have to do whatever Ishvara has planned. They cannot do it separately. Karta, even one more definition of karta means kartum akartum anyatha kartum. This is the definition of karta. We can do also, we can not do also, we can do it differently. Because free will is given. But poor animals, poor birds, they are programmed animal. They don't have free will. In being they don't have free will, they are akarta. If lion kills deer, he never incur papa because he has to sustain his life. But if we kill lion, we incur papa because we have choice. We can kill also, we can help also to survive. So this is all animals are akarta. And that's why all animals except human being, all are only bhokta. They are not karta. We have to remember. Only we are karta and bhokta both. So we can incur punya papa also and we can exhaust our papa punya also. So in animal yoni, what they are doing nothing, but they are exhausting their papa. Mixed with little bit punya, maybe I say, they are exhausting papa. Now if nowadays police are using dogs, no, to identify criminals. So if dog have done the job, he identifies some criminal, does it incur punya? No. Police may incur some punya, but not dog, because it's a program. They have to find this out of smell. He can say this is this, this is this. All animals are bhokta, not akarta. All are akarta. In same way, in dream also, we are akarta. So if we have killed someone inside our dream, we need not to worry because we are akarta. If we eaten too much food inside our dream, we need not to worry. We won't put on weight because we are akarta. So all things is possible in dream. Nothing will touch us because we are akarta. Only what if sometime we say that there is a very bad dream, nightmares. So we are exhausting our papa. In nightmares, we are exhausting our papa. We are not creating any punya papa. That we have to remember. And again, still, we have, if we have seen a dream, swapna we have seen, and after waking up, we can see today I have seen the dream. And if we have seen in dream, somebody is after me, they would like to kill me, and we wake up, then we have relief. Oh, means we are the sakshi of sapna. Sapna's activity cannot touch us. So this is also Jagrat Swapna Sakshi. So this we can prove. Whatever is happening in dream world, nothing can affect us because we are a witness. It is beautifully given in Mandukya. How whatever, actually Mandukya says, whatever happening in dream, same is happening in waking. If we say dream world is not real, then we have to say this waking world also is not real. Both are equal, but our mind is not. They used to, Gaudapadacharya gives to lots of logics in second Advaita Takarika. Lots of logic. Everything is logical, we can accept at that time also, but when again we have to do some activity with word, everything goes. But in Sapna word also, we are Sakshi only, nothing else. And in Mandukya Upanishad, one who is a dreamer, name is given, his name is Antapragna, and another name is called Pravivikta Book. If you remember, Sthula Book was there in waking state. In Mandukya, here they says, the one who is seeing this consciousness, given two names, Antapragna, Pravivikta Book. So Antapragna means we are not using our sense organ or organs of action in dream. So everything is projection of mind only. What we are using, only our mind. We are not using our karmendriyani, gnanendriyani. So all play of dream is possible in mind. So it is called anta prajna. Prajna means consciousness. Where it available? Anta. Manasi anta, which available inside the mind, is called anta prajna. And another name of this Atma in dream is called a pravivikta book. Whenever book comes, means enjoy experience. And what is the meaning of pravivikta? So I have written the meaning of pravivikta means we don't have elements, 5 elements external, Panchamahabhuta doesn't work. But only our vasana create a distinct special word. So it's called pravivikta is equal to sukshma, subtle word. So we are an enjoyer or experiencer of subtle dream word. That's why it's called pravivikta book. And again I have written here Atma is only bhokta. We need not to worry whatever we do. This is also one joke. One Sardarji went to one psychiatric and he said to doctor, every day, in my dream, mice are playing football. So that rats are playing football. I'm just tired. I cannot able to sleep properly. All the time football they are playing. What should I do? Then psychiatrist says, I'm giving this tablet. You can use this tablet at going to sleep. Then you will be okay in the sleep. You will feel good. Then this Sardarji has asked to doctor, can I take this medicine after 2 days or 3 days? The doctor says, why? It's okay, 2 days is a semi-final and last day is a final. So after final of this all Reds football, then I can take. So what we think cannot be possible. If we say, I would like to see football, whatever comes we have to see. That's why we are only bhokta in our dream state. And we are a sakshi. And how can we are a sakshi? Even I can say, if we see, we are taking bath in Ganga in dream. When we wake up, we are totally dry. If we see, sometimes we are climbing the mountain, we are totally perspirated, but we are wake up. There is nothing. Means we are the sakshi of our dream. Because in Tattvabodha, it says, no, here, Sakshi, where is going? Here. Tattvavivekah kaha sthula sukshma karan sharirat vyatiriktah avasthatraya sakshi. That I am explaining. You might be thinking what I am talking. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru Pyo Namaha. Hari Om. Any question?